Good evening, VPG! Tonight is a special night, not only because Pro Clubs is back, obviously, but we have special guests. The first ever special guest on a special guest Tuesday stream. It is that man in the corner. He doesn't have his camera on, but he is here with us in spirit and in voice. It is Brett Sheeran!
Hello. How we doing, chat? How we doing?
The voice of an angel. Thank you very much for coming in on relatively short notice, saving the day, and just giving us all something to listen to that's not me, basically.
No worries. Pleasure to be here. I've always wanted to come on, to be fair.
Oh, well, if I'd known that, I would have asked you sooner. Kick Domino out. Right then, so as per usual, 4 games for your viewing pleasure tonight, starting off with this one, and it's massive. It is Class versus Galatasaray / Heritage. 2 of the top teams in the UK Premier. They are just lobbying up now, so that game is 2 or 3 minutes away. Watch this space. Moving on to our second UK Premier game, it is Phoenix versus Avora. 2 massive sides there, to be fair. And again, 2 very good footballing sides. So once again, Brett, that's going to be an absolute slammer as well.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenix, you know what they're about. They've been around at the top level for a few years now. Been to land. Avora, not too familiar with, I'll be honest. I played against them a few times.
They were at the LAN as well, and yeah, they've torn it apart since then. So I think they're 2 very well matched sides. I think it's going to be a banger, to be honest.
Yeah, they got some old heads in that team. Cam Foster I used to play with back in the day.
Yeah, good little team. That good little team, a proper up and coming team. And speaking of up and coming teams, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of a small side called Famalicão, but they're playing against a much smaller side, Focus, and that's our first EU Premier game tonight. That should be on around about 9:15. We don't really know what time anything's happening anymore, so around about 9 o'clock, I reckon. But again, 2 top teams there, and that is the highest division in VPG. And then finally, the main event of the evening is Altay against Mad Army, a Polgar-inspired Mad Army. Brent, I'm going to let you take the lead on this one. Talk to me about just the sheer class of these 2 sides.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Polgar is Mad Army are first in the table at the minute. Altay are third. I mean, it's the Spanish versus French. A lot of that Altay side is players like Jairo Jimenez, Alvarez, a lot of the Spanish core from that play together FIFA to FIFA.
Yep. And
obviously, when this speaks for themselves. Look at Polgar's team: Stocks, Warren, Polgar, Capone, Mook, Berisha. Like, you know what I mean? It's just superstars everywhere.
It oozes class.
Yeah, that'll
we couldn't let this fixture just happen without being here for it. So here it is for your viewing pleasure, and that is the last game of the night in 3 and a bit games time. Once we are done with this bad boy, so. Joining the class lobby at the moment, you can see cameraman, captain, striker, manager, kitman, everything. Class Doyle up front. Can you tell me a little bit, just because, to be honest, Brett, I mean, I watch these guys week in, week out, but you play against these guys week in, week out, and I assume these are 2 sides you know probably too well.
Yeah, I know. I'd say I know Class a bit more than Heritage. Class, you know what they're going to do. It's just about trying to stop it. Doyle is going to have them very compact, have them very set up well in defence. And you know that he's going to be calling for the ball for every goal kick, every set piece, really. He's going to be flicking it on to Inves, who'll be expecting Inves to run off him a lot and be near to him. He won't really occupy the left side. He'll come over to the right. And Bradwin on the right, he's very good on the ball. He
played very, very well last week on stream, so expect big things from him.
He is very good.
I think when your team revolves around one player, and that's no disrespect to the rest of the boys out there, but we know how Class play. Class know how Class play. Does that kind of open the door for the opposition, in this case Heritage, just to say, look, if we mark Class Doyle, we keep him out of the game, we win this? Is it as straightforward as that?
I mean, it's hard to say because obviously, this is a top team all around. There's players that can impact the game, but I do think if you can nullify Doyle, it's not even necessarily the first ball. Actually, when I tend to, I'm usually marking him at left back. What I tend to do is, because I'm on a left back 6-foot build, usually he's going to win the first knock on. It's around how your defenders around you help you out with it.
Yeah.
Because say if you go to engage him, Invez runs off your shoulder and Doyle L1 flicks it, they're in behind. So it really does depend on the second ball more than the first ball, I think, and how high Heritage line plays.
They just need to nullify him on the first, second, third, and fourth attempt. That's basically what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the main thing is don't let him flick you behind. If he brings it down, you can live with that.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
And from a Heritage point of view, then who's your man or your men to look out for in this one?
I've got to give it to my boy Harry. I think he's really improved in the last few months. I think he's a top striker now. He's very hard to handle, very shifty in and around the box. Really nerdily, we were just talking beforehand, and we were both kind of glazing him a little bit, saying how much, what kind of improvements he'd been on in the last kind of 12, 18 months or so, and fully stand by that. And he's leading the line tonight. For a very, very good Heritage side, and this is going to be a very, very good game because both of these sides are top sides, and it should be a belter. To kick us off on this Tuesday night, off we go, and we've got myself, 8ball, and Brad Sheeran on guest commentary. I didn't think I'd be saying that when I got out of bed this morning. Oh, life's a funny thing, isn't it?
It is Class in the Malaga kit. Good to see them back in the traditional blue and white. And Heritage are, I mean, should we call them Heritage, or is it strictly Galatasaray? I feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, Gala do have the, I mean, but it's like, I always know them as Heritage.
Yeah, we'll just flip between the two. If you hear us say any of those two names.
Oh.
Jacko up front with Harry Newman, who has been pinpointed as the danger man this evening for Galatasaray. And if you couldn't work it out, they are in the Galatasaray home kit from left to right, just to complete that bit of housekeeping. 0-0 early doors, good press from Galatasaray. Class, I mean, Class always get, they always get kind of underlined as a very direct team. I mean, we kind of picked up on it as well in the intro. They can mix up their weapons, and here they go long. just bang on cue. They've obviously got the stream on. I'll come back to that point because it is Teagues, the dangerous Teagues. So I think I've seen played every single position now other than goalkeeper. But you know, if they want to get success tonight, are we talking strictly long balls, Bread, or is it a case of mixing up their weapons?
I think Heritage are very well drilled in their press, and I with all due respect, I think they're both on recycler builds in the midfield in Class, which is very interesting. I think they will struggle to play through the third, so I think being direct will be their best. Ooh.
I like it. Brad with the shot, and Zinni tips it wide. We're in the nick of time. It didn't look like he was going to get there, but almost first blood to the direct Class.
I love that from Brad. You got to test the keeper early on. It seems first time and second time shot, the keeper's lock-ons are terrible.
The punch from Zinni does the job, but does come straight back out to that midfield area of Class. Bradwin again swings it in on the left peg. Teagues heads home, cool under pressure, and Zinni will be thankful just to hold on to the ball for a second, having slashed at it twice.
Yeah, I will give Class that. They do have a nice counter press. Like when they have you around here, it is hard to get out.
Yeah, I mean, I always say Class are a side that I wouldn't want to play against, and sometimes I feel like that's kind of the best compliment that you can give a side. It's just you sometimes from up here, I sweat watching a team. I'm like, I'm not even doing anything, but that looks difficult, and you can see it here. Invezi leads out to Coldwell, who plenty of positive things for you to say about Coldwell in the intro, so we'll be looking out for him as well, that base of midfield.
Yeah, no, he's a top player. He's been he's won Ballon d'Ors in VFL. No, we don't like that word around here, but
oh no, it's all good. It's all good. Those days are over now. Benny, we're all friends now. Benny clears. Jay wins it back for Gala. Over the top it goes. Teagues puts the burners on, but too much sauce on it. Back with Sly. And back with Class. 22 minutes gone. goalless. Just the one attempt so far. We've almost switched back to the glory days of FC 25, the low-scoring games, because when this game cycle first came out, every other game was finishing 3-2, 5-4.
Oh.
Are we going to get something bang on cue here? No, of course not. Yeah, defense is far too
I
good,
feel like they have improved keepers a lot. I feel like when the game first came out, like keepers were just...
I felt bad for them, but also at the same time, back sticks is on. Teague sets it down. Jacko puts it in the back of the net, but I don't think it's going to count.
That was a great ball in, though, whoever played that off the left.
Yeah, absolutely whipped it in. I think it was Jacko, found Teagues at the back stick, and the ball was put away, but in an offside position, and Zinni called into action again. All of a sudden, I told you, they're watching the stream. They knew we were disappointed. Ramped it up a little bit. Colwell down the line to Teagues. Jacko. Good football from Gala. Hutch. Reverse pass to Teagues. Heads it down again. Hayes. In Vezi. Looking for his gaffer, who, to be quite frank, has had absolutely zero to work on at the moment, including a bit of a hospital ball there. But again, it's what he does. Look, he wins the ball back for his side, gets them on the counter-attack, edges his Hayes, and I tell you what, Bread, a yard either side is in here. We're asking the question there.
I think he's got to aim that better, if I'm being honest with you.
Bread said it's a sitter. It's a sitter. You've got it here now. It's all right me saying it's a sitter, but when the man tells you that's it, we've got the pros in tonight.
I am a left back, just so everyone knows. I do play left back.
Over the top it goes to Leo. Acres to run into, not being challenged yet. Swings it in again. Bradwin back there on defensive duties. Don on the edge of the box. Looking for striker's feet. Benny does really, really well. Completes the clearance / ball up to the big man. That's the good thing about class defenders. You can never be accused of just clearing the ball. It's a lot. I'm looking for the target, man. Love to play this back line. Hutch, good ball through the middle to Harry Newman, but again, Benny is there.
That's a really good defender.
Yeah, big shout for man of the match for this first half. Invezi wins it back. Class door, edge of the box. Good 1-2 Invezi, and again, Zinni. He'll tell you his positioning spot on, but was it again another case of a tame finish, Brett?
Yeah, I think that one was a bit more unlucky because it looked like his player Ferrelled it.
Off the shoulder, Jacko gets to the byline. Ooh, fires it, and slyly at maybe the second or third attempt, just about keeps it out, but I think he was expecting the cross, as the rest of us were as well. Jacko went for the cross-come shot and almost snuck in that near post.
Yeah, that was cheeky.
I tell you what, this game, since we criticised it, Brad, this game's actually been pretty good, to be fair, for a 0-0, as far as 0-0s go.
Yeah, since like the 25th minute, it's really come. It's just become way more open and into it.
Jacko again, he's proving very lively at the moment. Once again, allowed to break into the box, but Kyoka is there, completes the clearance, and that will be the end of the first half. And as we were just saying, it was nice that it just perked up a little bit there, Brett, because at 0-0 with not a lot going on, I feel like the whole community at the moment needs a pick-me-up from what we've experienced the last 5 or 6 days. So, I mean, we haven't had the goal yet, but the class has obviously been there. Yeah,
I mean, class speaking of class, they've actually surprised me the way they play. They're not going as long as they usually play, in my experience with them. And I'm not sure whether that's personnel but I do feel like they are playing on the counter still, but there's a lot less R1 squares, for example, and long balls going up to Doyle's head.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I think we almost accidentally touched upon it in the intro. Is, are the oppositions kind of getting clever to the way that class like to play? If they're like, well, if you want to put a man or 2 or 3 on Class Doyle, we'll try and hurt you other ways. Here is the man, Class Doyle. Hutch is there. But yeah, I agree. They mixed up their weapons really, really nicely, and somehow it's 0-0.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is 0-0.
It's whenever we put games on VPG Pro Clubs Weekly.
Oh,
Harry Newman drops the shoulder, breaks into the box, goes goal side, and it is slightly Superman punches it about 40, 50 yards away from goal. He won't mind that. But they do concede the corner. 4 men in the box for Gala. Goes to the edge. Hayes clears. Klaas Doyle holds up nicely. It's exactly what we expect from that man. I tell you what, the ball over the top is on.
He's through.
Finds the man. Flicked on. Brown gives it to him. He drops the shoulder. And that's a huge save from Zinni. Tipped round the post. And I told you, Brad. Told you. Anytime we have a stream on here, the goalkeepers, they're our worst enemy.
Zinni's played a match so far.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Brillo just about wins that. But again, good football from Klaas. Did everything right, but it all came from the talisman. Here he is again, feeding the dangerous Bradwin. Hutch steps across, and like I said, the game's heating up. It just needs a goal, Brad. It just needs a goal.
Yeah, honestly, I think we're getting close.
Getting close. Here we go, near post. And they. Oh, I thought. Do you know what? I thought he just absolutely shanked that. Quick one comes in. Brillo there once again. Lycano, probably not the man you want it to fall to on the edge of the box.
Got to get it wide. Yep.
Nay, back post looking for, of course.
It's locked, Brad.
Mr. Doyle. Brown holds it up nicely, waiting for either a 3-man, or I thought he might just dump it in there, maybe a few up from the corner instead. Gala do very well to play out of that initial press. Switching the ball, they're gonna switch it back to whence it came, and here we go with Harry Newman. Battles well with Lycano, sets Leo on his way, breaks into the box, flip flaps past one. Can't get past Lycano though. Not many can.
Nah, he is top.
Plaster on this near side. And again, it's basketball vibes at the moment. It is very much you attack, I attack, you attack, I attack.
It's not how I expected the game to go, to be honest. I thought it'd be more of a Klaas sitting. But Klaas really aren't sitting in much at all. No,
totally agree. And to be honest, they look the most likely to open the score in here with this man, Bradwin. Puts a man on toast. Gives it to Invesi again. Brillo. Excellent positioning from him this time, helping out.
I think that's a goal. I know it's easy to say.
I totally agree, because I don't think EA was going to let him lock onto it, even if he wasn't stood there. Klaas sniffing. They are sniffing. That's a ball. Gala just need to put their foot on it a little bit here.
Yeah. The issue is that with that though, with Klaas, they get so many men behind the ball. If you don't go fast against Klaas, it's very hard to break them down.
Yeah.
But actually, we've had that problem in the past. When you go 1-0 down, or you work the counter too slow, you can't. And they have everyone behind the ball. They're very structured.
Yeah. I mean, we've touched upon it in the past as well, because whilst Klaas do keep their core, they have a lot of signings. Here is one of the core. Oh, it's driven. Daisy trimmer across the face of goal. Surely they can't get much closer without scoring, Brad.
Mate, Zinni's going to get a contract extension after this game, I'll tell you that.
What I was going to say is the players that they do bring in, Klaas, they seem to just adapt to the Klaas way of football. They know that they know what's expected of them. Never before have I seen a player come into Klaas and not put in a shift, not get behind the ball. It's really strange, and it's a testament to Klaas Doyle and the way he runs his side.
Yeah, I mean, he's very, he's a bit like Marmite, either love him or you hate him. But I feel like if you're playing for him, you do get invested into that. Like Arno, for example, he's Spanish. He's played with like the top, top Spanish clubs before. Yeah, and he's played in Glasgow. Oh.
Yeah. Again, he's so good. He's astute in the transfer market, and it is. And the players that come in, it's not just a one and done. It goes, dip my toe in, didn't like it, and leave. Lycano's been here now for a while. Harry Newman gets the shot off, and this time it's Sly. It's his turn to keep the score down, Brett. And to be honest, mate, 14 minutes left to go. I just don't think it's going to happen. Your first game on VPG with PC dubs, it's just not going to happen, is it?
Nah, I mean,
keep the faith.
No, I'll never give up the faith, but it's not looking good. I'll tell you that. Not looking good for a goal at the minute. These keepers are on it.
Yeah. Two of the best players on the park, unfortunately. Well, things can only get better from here in terms of goals, but in terms of Klaas on the pitch, it has been a good watch. One of the better 0-0s anyway. Bradwin, by the way. Wow. He needs to get his winger build.
Nah, he's very good. I've played with him a couple of times. He's a very good wide mid and striker.
Flicked on by Doyle, flicked down by Bradwin. That's more like it for Class, surely.
I think he could have done one more there. I think there was a player behind. I think if he double taps it to the player next to him, I think he's got a better shot.
It's almost been the case this whole game for Class. They've got themselves into some killer positions, and either the pass wasn't right or the shot was tame. But to be quite frank, you know, this Gala side on paper, very, very good. I think Class have handled them so well this second half.
Definitely. I mean, I can only remember one or two real shots, and one of them was a pop shot.
Jacko does really well in the air. Yeah, shades of Doyle himself. Leo to the byline, keeps it in, stabs it to the back post. Teeks heads down. Oh,
great defending. Who was that?
Good block in the nick of time. Corner though to deal with. Again, just the 4 players in for Gala.
I think that was Briggs at the back post of the block. Massive block.
Massive block indeed. Here we go then. Near post, Benny pulled to the floor, nothing given. Back to the corner taker. Great ball into the back post. Brillo wins the first one. Yelko wins the second. Jacko is not offside. It is late drama for Galatasaray. We were writing them off. How wrong we were, Brett Sheeran. I am lumping you in with me.
Doyle will be fuming at that. The handbags will be out. They've been so comfortable at the back all game, really.
That is it. Well, we know clubs is a cruel mistress. Galatasaray. I wouldn't go in so far as saying it was an absolute smash and grab, but I think if Gala had the draw here, I don't think there'd be too much complaining, and yet it looks like they're going to walk away with all 3 points, barring some magic here. And that's the man you want.
He's got to be off.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great shout. We'll say for their sanity that he was definitely offside there, but a great finish to a great game, to be fair. The game almost deserves a bit of drama like that, Brad.
Yeah, I mean, for the first Pro Clubs Weekly game I'm commentating, don't mind it too much. If that was against me, I'd be fuming. 88th minute. I think if you're in the Class defence, I think you do feel a bit hard done by, because your attack should have scored that game.
Yeah, totally agree with you. I think from a manager's perspective, then if you're Class Doyle in the group chat now, what are you saying to your boys? You know, bearing in mind it's the first game of the night. Are you putting the world to rights, or are you sympathising? What do you reckon?
No, I think from my experience, when we've had games like that in the past, you're playing against a good team. They switched off in the last minute, but I think overall they played a very good game. If they play like that against most other teams, Heritage are one of the better teams in the English Prem. If they play like that every English Prem game, they'll be right up there.
Totally agree. And again, I'll reverse it for Heritage. What are you saying if you're in that Heritage camp now, knowing fine well you didn't play at the best of their ability by no means, but they picked up 3 points?
Oh, you're buzzing. I mean, I don't think the managers will be delighted with that performance, because I do think they were a bit fragile at the back, and another day I think Class could have easily had 2, so they would, but can never complain about 3 points against a team like Class. I mean,
no, absolutely. I think, to be honest, the Class boys watch that back. I think they'll see how well they played and how well they set up. It's just, I genuinely think it was just one of those nights.
That's just how FIFA goes sometimes, on Class, especially this year. Some keepers can just turn into Superman in a game, and you just have that feeling no matter what you do, you're not going to score.
That's it.
And I do think Brillo needs a shout out as well, because if he was not in that position, I do think that's a goal.
Yeah, I mean, annoyingly, and you'll see this a lot as we go through the night, Brett, it's always the goalkeepers and the defenders have absolute worldly performances on this channel, and it's a real pain. Right then, let's move over to game number 2. Avora just in the 86th minute, and Phoenix are ready to go. So it's just a case of waiting for these Avora boys as they finish off. Engine on my other side, a 3-1 win in their opening game. huge result for those boys. And like I said in the intro, Brett, you're not too familiar with this Avora lot, so let me give you a lesson. These guys are good. These guys, they good football inside. I think the only downside is they're just a little bit green at the moment, in that they've not played at the top level. I wouldn't say they've got any world-class absolute superstars, who have been there, done that. So I do sometimes think that actually helps them, because they don't have, the attitudes, they don't have the egos.
Yeah.
They're all in this together. I think that works really, really well for them.
Yeah.
I guess my point there is, do you think that just sprinkling those 1, 2, maybe 3 world-class players in a team like this would be more beneficial, or are you more of a case of, are you a much more of a team man? We're all in this together type thing. We all fight for each other. Yes, none of us are world stars. None of us have won the VPG Sports Prem, but we've all got each other's back. Which way do you kind of slide? I mean, at Black Sheep, I know you've got both, so it's quite difficult. But if you had to pick one or the other,
yeah, no, I think, to be honest with you, I think having them 2 or 3 players, you can so at Black Sheep, for example, if we need the game slowing down, if we need, we can get El Nimmer on the ball. He can do some magic. Yeah, just having that option, I think. And obviously you don't want too many players like that, because
yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? I've always said this, on clubs, you need players that are role players. In the NBA, you've got a superstar, and then you've got role players. I've always been of that belief that you need people that will just play their role well. Yeah. And then you need your stars. So I do think, I actually do recognize O and B.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm doing them a disservice by saying that they don't. But my point being is, there's not a Luca and R1 in there, for example. There's not a Bread Sheeran in there, for example. Just those types of players. But I think the good thing about these boys is that they're pushed themselves to get to the top. They came into the LAN. I'll be the first one to say, didn't really know much about them. They set the LAN alight. And now they're here in the UK Prem. So the stage is theirs, and a team that are very familiar with the stage and are often center stage are the team on the left-hand side, Phoenix. Fred, what can you tell me about Phoenix? Because I'm sure you've had plenty of battles with these boys over the years.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair with Phoenix, I feel like they're kind of similar to Class in a way, where when you play against them defensively, they're going to be tough. But I've always felt with Phoenix, and this is no disrespect, but I've always felt like the attack is where they've been let down.
Okay.
I'm not trying to throw shade, but
that's why we brought you in, mate. Please.
Yeah, no, I'm just being honest.
No, throw it away. We brought you in here to start fights, to get views and to start fights.
But all of them, I've got respect for them, because they go to LAN together. They're all a tight-knit team. They're all very, there's not many egos in that team, for what I've heard. So but when you've played with each other for that long, you kind of know what each other's are going to do. Like Tiki and Cam will probably know when Benny's going to fire him the ball, or one of the CDMs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and I do think Phoenix can be a team who do fall into that category of, yes, they're all in this together, and they also do have some almost world-class players. So I think these two sides are very, very well matched, and I'm really looking forward to this one. So
yeah, it's kind of like the young guns on the scene versus the youngs.
You were going to say the old heads, weren't you? Just say it. Just say it.
The old heads, yeah, I was going to say it.
Right, then it is Phoenix in the all black kit from left to right, taking on the young guns. Avora in the all white. The up-and-comers from right to left. Should be an absolute banger. Off we go. And I know a few of the Avora boys are in the chat as well. Good evening to you guys, and the best of luck.
Something interesting I just want to know before the game gets too into it. All the Avora midfield are running Maestro builds, even the all...
Oh, what a save that is from Mads. What a save.
Yeah, all the Avora boys are running Maestro builds.
I told you, they are a team who like to keep it on the deck. They are a tiki-taka team.
4-1-2-1-2 narrow as well.
They are a tiki-taka team. I mean, It could very well be their downfall here because you know you've got to respect the likes of Tiki.
Yeah.
You've got to respect the likes of Benny. You know, like you said. But when they're on the ball, Avora, they are dangerous, and those two front players as well. Weird B and Owen B, two clinical strikers. So should be a banger. But I mean, Phoenix knocking on the door, early doors. I mean, that shot. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the finish, but once again, Brad,
Keepers.
another world-class save. How much longer can it go on for?
Until they patch keepers, to be fair. It just seems like they... I was playing one, it just seems like they fly across the goal like Superman every time.
That was
I feel like, apart from if you shoot first time, or like, keepers are just nuts.
Yeah. All right then, Tiki. Deep is dispossessed. Down the line it goes from Frazzle into Vane Go. A big shout out to him as well. He's one to watch for you, Bread, in Cam tonight. A very, very good player. Corey goes near post, blocked first time, shot. They must be in the chat, Bread. They heard you.
No, I do find it interesting how the CDM's going to play, because typically in a 4-1-2 and 2, the fullbacks get nice and high, and the centre mids obviously go wide, and then the M kind of sits as a third centre back.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how deep he actually plays and whether the back two are exposed to the back two, really. It's not a nice dribble.
No, I think that's spot on. And that ball over the top leads me to believe that they're happy to go 2-on-2 at the back. So long may it continue from a commentary point of view.
Yeah, no, but playing CB in a 2-back is quite fun if you're confident one-on-one.
I was going to say, yeah, if you've got the balls for it. Back sticks, Cam Foster was lurking, and he got the last touch as well. So it will be a Phoenix goal kick under the cosh a little bit here. Are the boys in black, the Scotsman?
Interesting enough, Cam Foster's also on a progressor build, so he should be pretty good in the air.
Maybe that's... I mean, to be fair, it sounds like they've got a lot of weapons, so long may it continue. But they're doing a good job of boxing this Phoenix side in. Benny tries to release from midfield. Broads does well, gets it back. Tiki. Broads again. Waiting for the overlap, doesn't use it. Instead, they keep the ball, and they keep the ball nicely. Tiki,
really nice.
2 men over. Broads finds back post, and there
great
is
goal.
Obi. The centre half come left midfield this season has popped up on stream with the opener. A great first time finish, Brett. It's almost like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I feel like it's the only way it's got. No, that was so good from Broadstone.
Yeah.
Because I think me and you probably would have shot that, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
Keeper probably would have saved it.
I would have shot when Tiki had it 30 yards out. There's a reason I'm up here, not down there. Oh, Avora, after all that good work in the first 25 minutes, find themselves a goal down. We said...
Just look open in the middle there from Avora's point of view.
I agree. Very good on the ball.
Too much time.
Very good on the ball.
If I'm that CDM, I'm just sitting on Tiki and I'm trusting my centre-backs, because Tiki's the one that's going to get them going.
Yeah, totally agree. Here's the goal scorer, Obi. He'll be chuffed with that. Good feet from him as well. Down the line to Paddy. Good to see him back in the starting lineup as well. Domino's in the chat saying, make Bread Sheeran a regular. We're trying, mate. We're trying. Good evening. I hope you're good, buddy. And Icon Aguera's in the chat as well. Sorry, I missed that one. Here is the CDM, who is also the gaffer, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah, you're talking about what it's going to look like with him off the ball. I mean... He's going to tell you because he's the gaffer. He's the man who decides. So
no, I mean, it has got its pros and cons. I mean, there he looked very comfortable getting on the half turn under pressure.
I think you've got to be good on the ball if you want to play in this Avora side, truth be told. Charlie clears, and it will be Phoenix with 10 minutes until half-time. A goal to the good. Restart with a throw on this near side. Gives it to the right midfielder, Benny. Edges is on. It is the talisman, Tiki. Dispossessed, Frazzle. Goes outside to the cam. Vane Go. Space to run into. Swings into the back post.
They're looking for Foster on the progressive build on the back stick.
You called it, didn't you? OMB. Great tackle on the edge of the box just as he was shaping up. Brods Charlie is there again, goes back home to Corey, recycled nicely. Good feet from Tej as well. He's been quiet actually. Tej is a good little player, bit of a box-to-box midfielder. Not being able to get on the ball as much as I'm sure he'd like.
I just think with Phoenix, they're very good at cutting the lines. I feel like for centre mids, it's difficult because they don't full on press you. They half press you. So
Yeah.
they really sit in the lanes rather than press just run at you.
And I think it helps they've got 3 very, very good centre backs as well.
Oh yeah, Harky's a beast.
Yeah, he truly is. Obi down the line, it's going to come back. Philip says Avora doesn't know how to play their CDM, Brad. Well, I was going to say, almost bang on the money there as they set up a shot. Here is the CDM under a bit of scrutiny at the moment. He won't mind it though. He's gaffer for a reason. Here is Van Gogh, breaks into the box. Mad Bad Harky. He just looks horrible, doesn't he? Again, teams I don't want to play against and players I don't want to play against. That man, if I come up against.
Are you calling him ugly?
No, never, not once. Never, not once.
I just feel like that half of Avora just need to. I think you know what, they're getting in and around the box.
Yeah.
But it's just they need to be a bit more unpredictable.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's very. They're looking for Cam Foster at the back stick every time, and it's not working. Phoenix have obviously sussed it out. So
yeah, with that back 3 sitting in there, and obviously you got Brown and McGee in front as well. You know, you said in the intro to this game, Phoenix's strength comes from that kind of back 5, that back 6 almost. And they've sat in nicely. They've got the goal. They've gone ahead. They've sat in nicely. I tell you what, it's the first time I've seen this Phoenix side. I'm a bit of a bad omen for them. It's the first time I've seen them go ahead in a very, very long time. So it'll be interesting to see what they do from a tactical perspective in this second half. But if you were Joe Boy, if you were Tiki in that changing room, how are you setting up for this second half? Knowing that this Avora side looked pretty good on the ball.
to be honest, I think for most of the half they're very comfortable. I'd say just don't. Okay, you don't want to play too defensive too early, but I'd say don't overcommit if you don't need to. Well,
good save from Mads called into action.
they're going to have to come out, and especially in a 4-1-2-1-2. Once you start going forward, it gets very exposed very quickly.
Yeah, totally agree. Paddy keeps it alive. Reese with the clearance. They do get change out of it. And it is that man, Weird B, to Vane Goat over the top. Ball. Great knock to OMB. Holds it up nicely. Tail, you just strayed.
Lucky, it's great ball though. Really
yeah,
like
those two combining, Vane Goat and OMB. Usual things for Avora, and they'll be praying for more of that in the second half because at the moment.
Yeah, I think they got to get Vane on the ball more. To be honest, I've liked what I've seen from. But I don't think he's had the ball enough.
No, I agree.
Whether he's got to drop in and get it or.
Yeah, just make something happen.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I think Phoenix look pretty good value for this 1-goal lead as the gaffer comes across and boots into Rosette.
That's a domino type of clearance.
Have it. Showboy. One of the old heads at the back. The experienced heads, should I say. I mean, it's doing well for them at the moment. They're the types of players you want in scenarios like this.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Here we go. If he can keep it on, which he can. Cuts it back to Tej.
Nice.
Vane Goat first time ball, but Fran is there. Good football.
I like the idea though.
Yeah. Well, you said they need to play a bit quicker, a bit more, just not telegraphed, and I think that's exactly what that was. Like I said, mate. Yeah, like I said, I think sometimes they are listening. Vane Goat into Weird B, but dispossessed. Mad Bad Harky puts his foot on it, and I tell you what, he's been playing CDM so far this season, and he's slotted back in to centre back like you wouldn't imagine, like he's not been anywhere. Heads out. That was Cam Foster with the last touch. Corner to Phoenix, looking to extend their lead. 60 minutes gone. UK Premier action.
They've got a guy unmarked on the back post.
Here we go. They might well find him. I tell you what, if that flick down was on, they were asking the question, but fortune favours the brave because it was 3v3 at the back for a hot minute, but couldn't make it pay. And here's Tiki. Reese does well. Gets it to Frazzle. Good work from Avora through that middle third. Here comes Cam Foster on the overlap. He's got burners for days. Taking that progressor a little bit too seriously there.
That was like Gareth Bale versus Michael.
Yeah. Doesn't amount to anything again. That's the second or third time in a row for Avora that they've got the ball into a promising position. It's almost like you said at half time. They get it into that final third and then just fizzles out.
Yeah, I find
Fullback to fullback. We're at that point in the game now, bro.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting because they're going to have to go for it, aren't they? But I'll leave them 2-on-2 like here.
Like here. Brods bears down on goal. What a finish! That is cool as you like. He never looked like missing. That's a great finish from, I would think, a difficult angle as well. The man couldn't get across in time. Post and in.
Ali McCoy's really proud of that one. That was beautiful. But yeah, as I said, I just don't think. I think Avora have been great up until the final third. If football was played in 2/3 of the game, they'd be brilliant. But
yeah, I mean, we said it in the first game. It's a cruel mistress, but take nothing away from Phoenix because you know they've been clinical when they've needed to be, and I think this game has just played right into how they like to play. Defensively solid and able to counter-attack a side that they know likes to play on the deck, likes to come at teams. And I tell you what, what a save from Bailey!
What was he doing?
That would have, I mean, did he mean to shoot from there?
No.
Like, surely he can't see the goal
I think that was
there.
I think that was an L1 angle. He tried playing a long ball. Because he's got so much curve.
Just when you think you've seen everything. Wow. I mean, fair play for... I don't know what he was doing there in the first place, but fair play for saving that, because that was insane.
The goal line.
Oh, back sticks and Bad Harkey is there. Of course he is. Paddy holds it up. And it's a testament to Phoenix and how well they've played, because Paddy, we've barely said his name, and normally he's at the forefront of 90% of what they do.
That could have been a pen there.
Could have easily been a penalty. Headed down to Bran. Tiki loses out to Frazzle, who's had a good game to be fair. Vane Goat, who almost scored from 90 yards over the top. It goes to Weird Beat. Oh, Bad Harkey, take a bow. I told you don't want to bump into him into a dark alley, and you don't want to bump into him in the box. He had no right to make that tackle there at all.
Yeah, that was.
They can't help but play football, Avora. They want that extra touch. It's good to see. It's positive stuff. Don't get me wrong, I know he hammered it out of play, but he took that extra touch, and I like to see that. I like to see.
Harkey's having a stormer here.
It's what he does. That's the problem.
MVP of the night.
You know, you put him in CDM, you miss him at centre back. You put him at centre back, you miss him at CDM. I tell you what, Tiki over the top too.
I don't know if he had to. I think if he double taps it, I think it's a goal.
Agreed. Point blank range, the goal is mercy. Luckily for Phoenix, they don't need an extra goal, but I mean, no one's told them that, because here they go again. Back post is on, didn't lock on. Cam Foster wins the header in the opposition box this time, because usually he's in the other side.
I just think Tiki's got too much time on the ball.
Yeah.
When the counter presses, I think no one's gotten closer to it.
Totally agree. And again, it's something we kind of picked up on in the intro to this game. They've got players.
What a ball!
Wow. And there's 4 Phoenix players waiting for this ball. And that wasn't one of them, but he'll join the attack as well. Broads goes low, and it's another good save from Mads. And just keeping it a bit respectable on the scoreline at the moment. But Phoenix, this is the best I've seen Phoenix play in a long time. They have been very, very good value for this 2-0.
They heard me pre-game.
Getting bigged up by Brett Sheeran. That's the team talk. That's all they need. The inspiration again. Joe Boy with a nosebleed. He's going to fall to Paddy. Oh, Mads again. God.
Joe Boy needs a stretcher. His legs ain't been that high up in 20 years.
The oxygen tank's coming out. He's going to kill us for that. He's not done anything wrong at all either. Oh, Tej does well.
No one actually cheated, though.
I mean, it could have all looked so different had that really, really weird 90-yard Hail Mary gone in. Alas, a game of fine margins, and I tell you what, the margin of that scoreline could have been a lot more. And Phoenix, like I said, good value for the win, good value for the 3 points. They'll march over to their European games now. And Avora, I mean, Brett, it was the first time you've seen Avora. What are your initial thoughts?
I think they need to get. I think when you have a player like that, Cam, I think he will go right to the top. I think he looks very good. I think when you have a player like that, you need to get in the ball more. I don't think he got. I think when he got the ball, you could see what he was about. He's nearly played through a couple, like the strikers a couple times, but I just don't feel like he got the ball, especially in the first half. He needed the ball more.
No, totally agree. I mean, it looked good. It looked good in spells. It really did. But truth be told, they came against, and again, I don't mean to sound rude when I say this, but they came against the old guard. And you know what? It's a back four, a back six if you include the two CDMs who have just been there, done it. They've got the team. Not necessarily Bailey, and he showed the good and the bad there in goal for Phoenix. I mean, he really did show what he was about by saving it, but also putting himself in that predicament to begin with. So again, I think it's Avora, just keep doing what you're doing because it's good to watch, and I just learn from it really. I mean, if you're not winning, you're learning. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think I do think that's the trade-off you do with the 4-1-2-1-2 as well. If you go 1-0 down with the 4-1-2-2 against a good defensive team, it's anyway, like no matter what team, you will struggle because as you push your fullbacks up, the space down the wings just becomes evident.
Yeah. Spot.
Oh, they're using a fullback as well.
Oh, I like this. If you're wondering what Bread's referring to, it is.
They're using a 3-5-2 in the graphic.
It is this. Here is the lobby of Famalicão, that small team, Famalicão, and
big dogs.
Again, it's it's almost stockpiling world-class players. Do they really need Epan? Do they really need him up top as well?
Any team could use him. He could play, and you could stick him in like Waterboy, and he'd be handing out
man of the match from Waterboy.
Honestly, mate, he's brilliant. Any position. He started off as a centre back. I'm sure you know.
I actually did not know that.
He used to be a top centre back, and now he's slowly made his way up the pitch.
Wow, it's almost like the reverse of what most players do, right?
But I think when he first came into PlayStation, I think he wasn't known as much. Well, he's obviously known, but I think he played CB for a lot of top teams, and then he got his chance going forward, and never really looked back.
Eden, is that to say that the Ultimate Team's struggling tonight? And I don't mean to sound happy about that, but
yes.
Chubb's in the chat as well. Evening to you, sir. Thanks for swinging by. He asked, what did he miss? I mean, go back and watch the 90-yard shot / through ball, because again, been doing this for almost 3 years now, and I've never seen anything like it. So have a little look at that. But when you come back, we will have these two sides on your screen. Famalicão, who have certainly been there, done that. I don't even think they're wearing the t-shirt. I think they designed the t-shirt, Brett. They are a side they're a side who have won everything and show no signs of slowing down. However, we were saying before we came on air tonight, just a few newish players, maybe.
Yeah, no, definitely.
We don't recognize some of these boys.
No, the thing, I'm sure they've probably played with them before, but it's just they obviously changed the name so much, so it's difficult to keep track of.
Give us a chance, guys. Please give us a chance.
We'll learn it.
And then let's talk about. We'll call a spade here, Brent. Underdogs for tonight.
Oh yeah, David Rascalai this.
They've had a great start to the season, for sure.
Mate, I couldn't believe Delos had 4 assists. I had to refresh the app.
Yeah, but he is also in charge of the stats, don't forget. So none of this auto stats don't work stuff,
Manually inputting one.
I mean, it pains me to say it, but he is the danger man in that focus side. Him and Keenan Page have a very, very good understanding. And they're two players who, it doesn't matter if they're playing against Famalicão or the side that me and Domino used to put out in VFL. It doesn't matter who they're playing against. If you let them cook, they will hurt you. And I do just think, especially with this kind of new look kind of side, I mean, I'll take the starting 11s off just so you can see what Fama are doing in the lobby. I do think they do have the potential there, just to ask the question at the very least, Brett.
Oh no, definitely. I think, as I said last game, as I alluded to, the 4-2-2 is a great formation, but it has definitely got its limitations, especially going like defensively. Going forward, there's no doubt that Fama will probably score 1 or 2 this game, like probably a banker. But can you hurt them going the other way, especially with them 2 centre backs? Because the way these foreign teams play it, their CDM will press high as well.
Yeah.
So they really will trust their centre backs.
And I was speaking to Delosa before this game, and he's bought in Hamarovic in CDM, and Domino's just popped it in the chat now. Hammer's dropping a 10 out of 10. Domino, for him to do that tonight, he has just got the small job of keeping Nayshaw quiet, but also Delosa said to me, this is quote unquote, he needs to keep Nayshaw quiet, and if he can, Luca. And never before have I had such a nonchalant approach to a game against Famalicão. Now, Brad, my question to you is, good sir, can that even be done?
Oh no, definitely. I mean, it's very difficult. Don't get me wrong. It's a whole team effort. But the thing is with Nayshaw, because he floats so much. It's not like your typical cam where they'll sit in the pockets. They'll come, left to the right. He will drop into like CDM, pick up the ball, spray a ball, get it back. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, he will be everywhere.
And the thing is with so when he doesn't get the ball, and we always say this about Fama will say that their tactic is, I'm sure it's not simple, but I'll dumb it down for the likes of me and Domino. If they can't get the ball to Luca, they'll get the ball to Nayshaw. If they can't get the ball to Nayshaw, who in midfield is showing for it? And that's just kind of what they do. It's, can we get it to Luca? No. Can we get it to Nayshaw? No. Let's keep it. And the problem is if Hammer's going to go and sit on Nayshaw, it does free up that Luca drop in. And my ultimate point is, now they've got Epan. They've just got, it's
like having the Avengers.
Yeah, it's like being on a bit of a sinking ship where you plug one gap and then another one appears. So you go over there, you plug that one in. It's I'm glad I'm not having to solve the issue, basically. But we'll go on and say all of this, and Focus will go and do the business. So let's watch it unfold. Aaron Delosa's Focus in the white from right to left, kicking us off. The VPG UK Premier, that top level. Are we just doing heights? I mean, this is how confident they are. They are in absolutely no rush doing the heights either. And off we go. I think there might have been a gentleman's agreement to do them before half-time there, given the recent shenanigans over at EA. But Fama are in the all blue. I don't think I've ever seen them play in the all blue. It might be a new Fama kit.
I think if they want to have joy, Focus, I think one of the CB, because Luca will drop deep when Nayshaw's deep, I think one of them will have to go with him because there's 3 of them back there.
Yeah, totally.
I think if you just let him pick it up, you will just be on the waves of pressure. Yeah. You have to try and get tight to Luca. I know it's scary, but you have to.
Oh, I mean, there was the first attempt to do so, and he got rolled. So enjoy that.
No, you will get rolled a few times, but it is the best way to defend him. If you give him time and space, he will cook you, and you look silly.
Right, over the top it goes, cut out by the Fama boys. Quite a frantic start at the moment.
Are you surprised that they've gone to a 4-back?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's actually what they're doing. I'm trying to look, and I don't really. They do this quite often. They set up one way, and actually, I've never seen Fama not play 3 at the back, so I'd be surprised. Yeah. But it's a new game cycle, so everything can change. And if there's one side I know puts in the hard work on the training ground, working out what's the best play style, what's the best tactic and formation on every single game cycle, it's these boys. So
yeah, no, it does look like.
Hello. Wow. I mean, they must have patched goalkeepers because he came out and actually connected with the ball. So
yeah, the left centre back there was sleeping a bit.
Headed out
Yeah, it does look like Drees, the CDM, is dropping into a 3. He's just slightly ahead of the other 2.
Yeah, I mean, he is down as a 3 on the team sheet, which is why it surprised me, but let's see what they continue to cook. Oh, Luca finds his way through, and I tell you what, Brent, I tell you what, like a hot knife through butter. I didn't even see the pass. I didn't see the man. Please, can you explain what I just didn't see?
I think the Los will be angry with that. I don't think that's the best goal you can concede. I think. Oh wait, hang on.
Oh wow.
Another goal there.
Oh wow. Stood up nicely.
So yeah, what happened was Luca just bounced it back to the centre mid, right? Made a running behind, and no one really tracked him. And it was a double tap. A great ball, to be fair.
Yeah, and what a
Double
finish
tap,
as
one
well.
touch. Yeah, that's the thing. You have to shoot early. The lock for keepers is just way worse when you shoot early, especially with precision.
True story. It was a good save from
no,
Koblerone that led to this corner. Valles is in there. Down the line it goes to Nox Rafa. Delosa manages to squeeze it through, and Focus able to put their foot on it. They do go long.
You can definitely see the Focus game plan trying to get him in behind the wings.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a bad one.
I don't. It's a bit similar to Avora. If you're going to do that, give it to the man whose build allows you to do that. Give it to this man, Delosa.
Oh.
Keenan Page has his pocket pinched, but wins it back. The hammer gives it to Baz. Bit of space to run into if he wants. Instead, turns, dinks it in. Nothing given. He was offside anyway. 25 minutes in, Fama 1 goal to the good. So far, it is going according to script. Brad, what can Focus do to get back into this?
It's going to be difficult, I'll be honest. Every time I play against boys, once they go 1-0 up, they're very tough to even get a draw against, to be honest.
Yeah.
But, here we go. I do think they are catching them a bit. They are sleeping a bit on the long balls a bit. Like as you saw when the keeper came out before. If the keeper wasn't switched on there, that's a 3-on-2. So I think you don't want to. You do want to play on the floor sometimes, though.
No, use that as a slither of hope. 'Cause at the moment, it's looking like it could be one-way traffic. Coburn again equal to that one, but yeah, like you said, they are getting those shots off early doors. It's very noticeable.
Yeah, it's definitely the new meta, I think. He's like tap dance. Shakira.
Epan gets the shot off. It is blocked. Valles picks up the loose ball. And this is where Delosa needs to pick up the ball. Be brave. Pick up that ball in those gaps to Nox Rafa. Space. Gets half a yard. Dinks it in. Headed out by Brecher. Good defending in the end. I think they just, like you said, they need to be brave. They need to almost just leave Delosa almost kind of just in those pockets of space. Don't give him those defensive duties, which is hard.
Yeah.
Which is hard to say when, 75% of this game is going to be getting back into a defensive shape. But
I do think in a way, though, going 1-0 down, it's kind of, because they're the underdogs, aren't they? So it's not really, like, if they lose 3 or 4-0, because of the quality of Fama, no one's really going to...
No, I agree.
So... If I was Delosa, I'd be we got nothing to lose here. This is house money, really.
Yeah, for sure. Davis,
nice. Good
interception. Sets off. Rafa gives it to Valles, breaks into the box. Delosa, first time. I thought he was going to have a pop shot from there. Epan does well. But Hammer's there.
They are competing. They're competing well.
Yeah. They don't look out of place here at all. Squares it once again at the back post is Keenan Page. 4 minutes before half-time, and the underdogs find a way back into this game. I tell you what, Brent, they had players queuing up to put that ball away.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. Being brave, getting players forward. I mean, it was a bit lucky with the end, but it was really nice passing move. It was a really nice passing move that led to the goal, and winning the ball high up in the counter press.
That's it, yeah. Hammer wins it high up, and then they just had the men. I didn't expect there to be so many white shirts going forward, and to be quite honest, I don't really think Fama expected them to be so committed. But I tell you what, 4 minutes before half-time is actually not a bad time to just commit a load of men forward. Because like you said, I think if they went in at 2-0, I don't think they would have really been all that... Yeah, exactly. But all of a sudden... We've said it once before tonight, and I'm sure we'll say it 100 times again. It is fine margins at this level, and all of a sudden, Keenan Page inspired Focus are level. And yeah, to be Chubb's in the chat saying anyone thinks Aaron's shooting from 3 yards out. It's crazy. Is that enough? Did he get the assist in the end?
I think he shot. I think someone shot and it like rebound. It came off someone's head and like rebounded.
Oh yeah, I know. I think he gave it to Baz, so he's gonna be raging that he actually didn't get the assist there.
No.
To be honest, I don't think he's gonna mind too much. His
No,
side
no,
are
doesn't.
level with Fama after going. I think that means a lot more as well after going a goal down as well. It
Yeah,
shows that
definitely.
resolve, and he was confident before this game. When
I think if you're Fama though, you'd be concerned though the way the amount of bodies flooded that box.
To be fair, I think if I'm Epan and I'm Luca saying, "Oh wow, they threw bodies forward there," I'm licking my lips, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
If you want to throw men forward, be my guest. So that might have just been cleared off the line. Fama come out of the traps flying, as you would expect. They're going to be angry. No one likes conceding just before half-time. Nayshaw, to be fair, he's been quiet so far, Brett.
No, he has. I think. I'm not sure whether it's the system or him, but he's not really influenced the game as much as he would have. He had a couple nice balls intercepted. But
Oh, wow. Gonzalo there from his very high standards.
that is so hard to stop, that running corner. No, they've done that to me a couple. It's so hard to stop because the run they get on you is just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he had the... Oh, wow, he managed to sneak it through. Hammer's there again. He's having a blinder of a game. Does clear it, but Fama asking the questions early on in this second half, and to be quite frank, I think Focus probably expected that.
Yeah, no, they would come out the traps quick. You expect after,
Weather the
angry.
storm, and can you then? Oh wow! Edu Martins from point blank range, but this is what Focus are cooking recently.
Wow.
And it was that combination, Aaron DeLosa to Keenan Page. We've seen it before, and I'm sure we'll see it again. Edu Martins just helps it over his own crossbar. I'm not sure that's what he intended, but
Wow.
Focus.
Delos has been in the transfer market. I don't remember Focus being this. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that for free. Delos has been doing the scouting.
I think the Fama are also having the same inquiry in their group chat at the moment, albeit in a different language.
Brazil.
Taziak, edge of the box. Nayshaw to Luca. The dangerous combination. I tell you what, Brad. I tell you what. Taziak had it, 25, 30 yards from goal. He makes a 2-yard pass to Nayshaw, and I'm sat there thinking, why do that? And it's because Nayshaw always knows where Luca is, and Luca always knows where the back of the net is.
Yeah, them two are just like when they're. I play on the left, so obviously when Nayshaw drifts onto the left, it is petrifying as a defender. I'll say that. It is petrifying.
He lasered the first one. He absolutely bulleted the second one, and I mean, again, fine margins. We've just come from that world-class save from Edu Martins to a world-class finish from Luca. And that's the problem when you've got 11 world-class players on the pitch, like Fama often do. If one person's not going to hurt you, then unfortunately there's 10 others queuing up.
Yeah, it is a great finish from Luke, as you'd expect. I do think that one was a bit unlucky, but I think the first one they could have definitely done better. I think that one, I mean, it looked like to me that he had got the ball and then it rebounded back to him. I need to watch it again, but I do feel like there's not too much Focus could have done. Like, I don't think they'll be too discouraged.
Oof. Edu Martins does really well to hold on to that, because that had some venom. But once again, that combination of Mr. DeLosa and his, I was going to say his ginger strike partner, but I don't want to. I'm not sure I'm allowed to use the G word with you on the with you on comms.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
But the big ginger afro is the man he's looking for. Already got a goal to his name tonight. And he'll have to add to that if Focus want anything out of this game. With 20 minutes remaining, is Fama 2, Focus 1.
I really do like what Focus are doing, though. You can actually see patterns of play that what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I think we said in the first half about teams, really trialing, really putting in the hours behind the scenes on the, let's call it the training ground, but Baffins. and Focus are definitely a side who fall into that category. They are a side who do put in the hard yards, and I think them qualifying for esports premier is a massive achievement for them, but it's not an achievement they just want to kind of sit on and say, yeah, we did it. They want to push on, and this season I think it's looking likely.
I mean, yeah, it does sound a bit cringe, you know, like building chemistry and stuff on a virtual game, but it is true. Like, just knowing what, like, say if I give him the ball here, he's going to turn, he's going to play to him.
For sure.
And it does help a lot.
Yeah, and it, you know, the top teams, you never get a team who've just kind of like a mixed all-star team. You know, you can't just go ahead and get some of the best players in the world, put them in a team, and expect them to.
No, these boys have been playing together for.
Exactly, and you know, all the top teams, you know, they've all got that core of at least 5 or 6 players, and it's good. It's what you want to see in a league format. It's nice to see from a neutral point of view, and I think Focus now getting promoted into this league, they've managed to keep most of their core and then just bring in, like you said, those Brazilian wonder kids, and they don't look out. I mean, they're playing one of the best teams, if not the best team in pro clubs, and you know, I'd say
they don't look. I'm gonna, with all due respect, Delosa. I've seen some of his previous teams, and this is like light and day from what I've seen in previous speakers.
There you go. You got the Bread Sheeran seal of approval. Now all they need is a goal.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
There you go. Quote unquote. There's the title of the live. Brecher steps in nicely, feeds Nayshaw. Has been a bit more lively in the second half. Epan, good feet from him as the centre half steps out. He's got Akers to run into should he want to.
I think he should have kept that.
Yeah, I agree. Lacking a bit of game management, but it's easy for me to say up here. Brecher. Superb work from him. Zinni does well. No, he doesn't do well because Bass wins the throwing off him. Yeah, chuck men forward.
Get him up.
You saw what happened in the first half. Can they repeat it in the second half? Get something out of this game. Great press from Thiago, but it does fall back with Baz. Gonzalo heads away.
Og.
Last chance, Saloon stabs it goalwards. No one's on the end of it other than that man who, to be fair, they needed him in the end, Edu Martins. But it was all about one man and one man only, Bread Sheeran. Talk to me about Luca NR1. I don't have anything else to say about him, if I'm honest. Every time we have Fama on here, I find I just glaze him, so I'll let someone else do it for once.
Yeah, no, he's decent, with that. Nah,
he's not bad, this lad, is he?
No, I mean, I do think Focus will be frustrated with themselves for the first one, because I feel like the quality of that player, if you give him a chance, he can score. Like, if you give him, like, that's like a layup for him, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I do think the second one, I don't think there was much they can do from a defender's point of view, personally. So, but if I'm Focus, I'm taking real confidence from that game. Like, if Edu Martins doesn't pull off that wonder save, they go 2-1 up, and that game completely flips.
I kind of, again, from a strictly neutral point of view, if we're talking about like a butterfly effect type thing, it would be really interesting to see how the rest of that game would have played out with Focus going 2-1 up. Don't get me wrong, it may very well have ended 3-2, and you'd be saying the exact same thing. Though. But yeah, more goals for us as well. More goals for us. Right, I'm just looking for this new stream from Altay, only because Bread Polga is on the other stream and he's better looking than me, so I don't really want him stealing the limelight, truth be told.
He is a good looking chap.
He's too good looking. It's criminal. Good at pro. I feel like in this community you can either be one of two things. It's either good looking or good at clubs. So you pick your poison.
Oh yeah.
or you can be none and commentate.
Oh, well, hang on. I don't fall into that.
Sorry to rope you in with me. Right, let's have a look at this. I mean, we talked about All-Star 11s. We joked about All-Star 11s. This kind of is an All-Star 11. Don't get me wrong. You said in the intro, a lot of these players have played together a lot, and they totally have. But also at the same time, I feel like this is a bit of. This feels like a Pro Clubs Weekly Team of the Season pick.
Yeah, no, I mean, if I remember correctly, Wembanyama is Jairo Jimenez.
Correct. Yep.
He's Spanish. Alvarez is Spanish. Guillem is Spanish. Loru is Italian? French?
Or French.
But yeah, one of them. One of them.
We're so English.
Yeah, honestly, like the UK Prem games, I was in my bag, and now I'm just like, I know these guys.
Well, he's from Barnsley, and that lad down there, yeah. I mean,
Whoa.
yeah, it's a real who's who of world-class talent. And then I'll get the two teams up for the guys at home. You then look at Mad Army, and it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it should be a banger, Bread, and that normally means 0-0, and both teams cancel each other out. But
keep the worldies.
I've got, after watching Luca, I've got a real kind of a knack that this one's going to be a bit of a barnstormer. I'm hoping that these two sides just come out after not playing Monday, not playing Thursday, and say, do you know what, let's make the most of it, because we don't know when these servers are going to break down again.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, a few of these guys are on PC.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it'll be interesting to get the feedback from the guys tonight who did play on PC, and to be fair, even those who didn't, because they still get affected, one by random dropouts themselves, but two, their teammates dropping out too. So it'll be interesting to get the feedback. But I mean, touch wood, Bread. So far, so good.
Be in touch. Yep. Something that's totally unrelated, but I find it really cool that the finisher build in that language is killer.
Oh, I like that. I didn't notice that. Now let me take off the.
That is
there
cool.
you go. For those of you at home. I knew there was a reson we brought you on here. The commentary's been absolutely naff, but yeah, it's a good point. Go on then. I'm gonna put you on the spot, Bread. How do you see this one going? Gun to your head, and you can't say draw. That's the rules. That's the rules.
I'm gonna go. I just think when there's this much attacking talent on the pitch, I don't think either team's keeping a clean sheet, even though keepers are busted. I think 2-1 Mad Army. Gun to my head.
I do think it'll be end to end, but I think we've been spoiled so far tonight. We've had 3 good games. I think this one's just going to be, again, 2 world-class goalkeepers just battling out for man of the match, and then a late Polga winner.
Oh, you going Mad Army as well?
Let's go for it.
I've got to go my boy Flo.
Right, as you can see, we are getting fully into the main event of the evening, and it's an absolute banger. To be honest, I can't remember a time we had 2 world class 22 players on the pitch, other than obviously when we watch Black Sheep. Obviously.
Well, when I'm on the bench.
Right then, here we go for your 4th and final game of the night. And I tell you what, Brett, the night has gone swimmingly so far.
Oh, it has. I'm delighted.
It's not normally like this, so before you agree on coming back next time, just bear that in mind. Right, Joker, edge of the box for Altay. Sorry, they keep switching the camera. It's actually just sending me crazy. Maybe we have to get Mr. Handsome on the stream after all. Here is Polga. Gives it to Warren. Vestic holds the ball up nicely. Not many better in the industry than that man in CDM.
He's really good.
To be fair, I mean, Capone, who plays alongside him, is probably the...
Yeah, I'm just going to be saying that all game. He's really good. He's really good.
Doing well to keep the ball early doors are Mad Army. Cams wins it back. Off Altay go. And I think the thing that's throwing me at the moment are Mad Army are French, and they're playing against a side in the traditional France kit. And then the centre-backs just snapping left and right.
Yeah, the majority Spanish team is using French kits, and it's throwing me.
Thanks, guys. Over the top it goes. The chase is on. I tell you what.
That was a horrid bounce.
Yeah. Zamo had all to do there. But at the moment, all Mad Army playing themselves into this game. think it is Capone, is Bellingham.
Yeah.
Always good to try and work that out. When the game slows down like this, it's nice to just check some of these off your list.
Yeah, no, I mean, Mad Army are having a lot of the ball early on. Altay just sitting into a block.
Yeah, they're more than happy for them to have it while we work out the names. It's quite nice of them, actually. Here is Avora.
Oh, he was through there. Right striker.
Back to Guillem on this near side, centre half. Now it's Altay's side to play through this half press, and there's a lot of respect being shown at the moment.
Yeah, a bit cagey.
Very much so, very much so. Alvaro wins it high up, finds JC, flip-flaps. Mookie waiting for his centre-half teammate to get out of the way so he can complete the clearance. Does so. Dembouz on that far side is bustled out of it, but there is Polga and immediately finds that through ball, but it is intercepted. Stocks and Warren SG up front for Mad Army tonight. Those are the two that Polga's going to be looking for.
Yeah, I mean, they're brilliant, aren't they?
I mean, Stocks last week scored an absolute belter on stream, 20 yards out, edge of the box on the volley, so more of the same.
Yeah, he's been playing with them for years, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, this is what I mean. You know, you can change the kits, you can change the the badge and the team name, but the cores usually just stay the same.
No, definitely.
Yasin. Other than there's Altay side, who it's Altay All Stars to be fair. Mookie into Polga, who's dropped deep to find that quarterback style pass.
Yeah, him and Nayshaw have to be like two worst midfielders to play against because they all pop up everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So, like, you could have great DMs and they will still struggle to navigate.
You need to go full on Park Ji-sung, follow them around the park. Funnily enough, we got asked for a Park Ji-sung build. I wish I was lying. 3 years of doing it, it's the only person who's ever asked us, so I feel like the clue's in the question. Ooh. Stocks first time! Loru with the save, holds on to it as well. Relatively tame, but it is officially the first shot of the game, 30 minutes in, Brad.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time shot again. I think that's a big... I mean, you saw it with Luca last game. I do feel like against these top keepers, that is the only way to score. For me, anyway. Perhaps
so. Yasin to Lattice, who, to be fair, one of his first touches of the game as well. Is a proper midfield battle at the moment. He says as they go over the top and completely miss the midfield out.
Yeah, I do find that a lot in these big games. I feel like a lot of these top players, like 22 top players on the pitch, I do feel like they can't see each other out. And
oh yeah.
It can be a panic to go long a lot because you don't want to lose it, because if you lose it high up or in your own defence, first time shot.
Yeah, another first time shot, and Berisha equal to it. And the problem is even if the shot's a yard or two either side of him, it's Berisha at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Mookie to Capone. To Polga, who is playing very deep, by the way.
Mate, he could find space in a bed with Gemma Collins, honestly. Yeah, honestly.
Stocks again dropping deep. And Joker pinches the pocket. Unfortunately, they have 10 men behind the ball, so Altay aren't going anywhere. Yasin. Lattice. These are the plays they need on the ball a little bit more, do Altay. The likes of Yasin, the likes of Lattice over the top. This is what they can do. First time shot is Berisha's.
I'm shocked he didn't cut that back. Yeah,
tried to do him with the eyes.
I thought that was going to the right striker, to be honest. I really thought he was cutting that back.
And it's Gyro up front, the last Ballon d'Or winner in VPG. You would expect a bit better from him. And then on the counter-attack up the other end is Warren. Gets the shot off. And I tell you what, the referee has just gone, just call it there. We'll just call it there. Not much going on. Let's just call it there. Get those two sides in, and let them have their halftime cups of tea, and let them have a halftime team talk, which to be honest, I don't really know what either manager says in this scenario, simply because not much has happened.
Yeah, I feel like if you're both, the first of us is third at the start of the night. I feel like you're at a point where you know that the other team is going to be at the top near the end of the season. I feel like if it comes 70th minute 0-0, don't be surprised if both teams go very conservative.
Yeah, that was that. You know what? That was my next question. Would both sides be happy with the draw here?
I'd say at this point in the season,
Yeah,
definitely. I think.
I almost didn't want to ask it because I knew what the answer would be, but I mean, all it takes is one moment of brilliance, and you know the 22 players on the pitch, any one of them can give you it. As soon as that spark ignites, we could see something special, but I do think it's going to take a goal to set it off.
It does remind me of the Heritage Class game earlier, though. That was a bit dead in the first 30 minutes, and after that, it just felt like it became a lot more basketball-y.
Yeah.
There was a lot more chances after the first 30 minutes, and I feel like end of that half, there was quite a few chances.
I mean, just look at the amount of white shirts back there defending that. Both sides just giving far too much respect to the other, and yeah, I think you made a good point. Both sides up there at the moment. Both sides probably will be up there come the end of the season. They don't want to lose footing at this stage of the season as Capone breaks into that final third. Yasin completes the clearance.
It's different if you're against a mid-table team or a team you know that's had a good start and will fall off. But when these guys know each other, probably play each other in Cash Cup every night, they know.
Dembu's dispossessed by the gaffer Avora. JC goes flying in, and they do Altay to keep the ball. Every single thing that happened there was really unorthodox, but it worked for them, and that's kind of what we need. Expect the unexpected. Here is Gyro looking for his strike partner, and I tell you what, I'm going to get whiplash at the moment, but over the top it goes, and the cameraman is chasing this. Is Atsu. Does clear, being
them 0-1 squares facing your own box scare the life out of me.
I prayed that they would be taken out of the game. It makes absolutely no sense, but did well for Mad Army in that sense. Got them up the pitch, and here they are again, looking to build, committing men forward as well. Oh, he's gone down. He's gone down. Nothing given. I think it was a good tackle, but also I often see good tackles pinged for penalties as well. So that would have perhaps been the spark we needed, Brad.
Yeah, I feel like whenever a player goes down in the box of FIFA, my first reaction is crap. Like, if I see that, so I do think the play building up to that was really nice, considering.
Yeah. I mean, it's been much better this second half for sure. Both sides keeping it on the deck. Both sides. The ball over the top was on. That's the man they wanted to give it to go over the top.
They're swarming him.
Yeah, exactly. Stocks finds half a yard. Laura is equal to it. Tips it behind at the expense of a corner. 64 minutes in, goalless so far. This is the last game of the night. Don't forget. So praying to go out with a big finish. And here is Mookie finds the back of the net. Laurie unable to keep it out. And there is the spark that is going to ignite this game. Point blank range. Huge header.
My former Black Sheep teammate in summer season.
What a player he is. What a player he is.
I taught him all he knows. I'm joking. He was covering me the whole time.
1 goal to the good Mad Army, and here they go looking for more.
I did feel like it was going to come from a set piece of something.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it has to. Isles drops the shoulder. It's going to stay on. Dembu's drops his shoulder this time. Stocks gives it to Isles along the deck. Loru equal to it once again. And I feel bad for that man because he's had a good game and he's just on the losing side at the moment through no fault of his own.
Yeah, that corner, you've probably seen it yourself. That corner is so hard to stop because keepers just don't get locked onto it.
Yeah.
So you can't come for it.
Stocks from range, Loru there, holds on to it as well.
Altay really needs to regroup here in the next 5 minutes because the game's getting away from him.
For sure. A second goal, I feel, would kill it for Mad Army. Altay, though, going to have to commit a few more men forward. Gyro looks for Riot.
He could have gone left there.
Carlo Carolesque, who on that far side is barely had a sniff. Him and Ladis Jr., the left and the right midfielder, two world-class players, barely said their names.
Yeah, they've not had a sniff.
Capone into Polga had plenty of sniffs this game. Alvarez, that's the CDM back there, just sweeping things up. Atsu, good football.
I wonder when they'll throw a centre-back up. Oh, here he comes.
Yeah, here he goes. Marauding forward. Gyro does well, keeps it alive. Joker off the post, comes back into the danger area. Festic clears. Just the threat of a centre-half up there was enough. Joker very, very close to levelling this tie. It does remain 1-0, and here come Mad Army. On their counter-attack, they've got willing runners. If this man can find them, he usually can. Gets himself half a yard, finds Stocks, who finds Warren. Looking for
he's got to shoot.
Got himself more than half a yard, but now we're in basketball season.
Yeah, I do notice this with the foreign teams. They do put the centre-back up much earlier than English teams, though.
I like it. I like it.
Oh,
Mookie, the goal scorer, the match winner at the moment as things stand. Cams does well. Gives it to Gyro. Festic there once again. 2v2 at the back. Should they want to go for it? It looked like he was in two minds whether or not to go for it. The switch, I tell you what, a Mookie diving header saves the day. Only his second best header of the game.
You would be screaming if your player done that 85th minute across the... I would be fuming. Just put yourself in danger.
Stocks did well to hold the ball up there. I mean, Festic is very high up at the moment, and here come Altay. Is it kitchen sink time now?
It's got to be. Yeah, both of them. Oh, you can't lose it.
Just can't get it under their spell. Altay just not been at the races. I don't think they'll mind me saying, but if they can pinch a goal here, they've got the men forward. Polga now on defensive duty.
So calm.
It's good.
So calm.
It's good from Mad Army. They've got a player on that far side as well. They knew it. It's just some things just not clicked for Altay this evening. I can't put my finger on what it is, and I'd love to be a fly on the wall as well when they try and work it out come the end of this match, because barring a miracle here, barring an absolute capitulation from this free kick, it's Mad Armies.
I only remember them having one chance in the second half, to be honest, and that was the post.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been a slight smash and grab had they found the back of the net from that. Joker chance to hit the post, but it's going to be, I mean, away from home as well. Mad Army is a huge result for those boys. And it did come through, and I'm sure he won't mind me saying, an unlikely source. Mookie up from centre-back, point-blank range. Did call a 1-0, Brad. I don't want to blow my own horn. I did get the player wrong, to be fair, but yeah, there it is. I mean, Altay, I'll try and put you on the spot, Brad, because that's what you're here to do. What went wrong for the home side?
If I'm going to be honest, and I'm sure they won't mind me saying, I think that when they didn't have that many opportunities in the final third. I feel like in the second half, the first half they were better, but from what I can remember in the second half, even when it was 0-0, they would get around the box and they would make the wrong option, or it was too predictable. I remember a couple of times they tried a double tap and it was just like lunch change for the centre backs.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I don't know. I feel like they got a bit too much in their own head about who they was playing, the attack.
Too much, and this is the problem when we have a first half like we had, and then someone goes 1-0 up. I do often think, do they regret being so conservative in that first half? Because when two teams come and give each other that kind of ultimate respect, like we had in that first half, if someone then goes and scores in the second half, all of a sudden, you've got 20-25 virtual minutes to get yourself back into the game. Whereas if you kind of almost gone into the game with a positive mindset, just saying, it is Mad Army, they are who they are, but, we back ourselves. And I think the confusing thing for me is, we said the likes of Ladis Jr., like Carlos, barely said their name, even Yasin to a certain extent, we barely said their name because they didn't have too much of a kind of attacking presence. And I do think that they'll look back on that game and think, do you know what, actually, maybe we should have just gone for it.
Yeah, and I think they'll be disappointed with the corner as well, because that corner is not something that they wouldn't have seen before in a cash cup that Polga's team has used before. So I do think they will be disappointed with that, but I don't think they can really complain too much about the result.
No, spot on, Brad. Spot on. And to be fair, mate, you've been spot on all night. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here. And it's one of those things where it sounds like a great idea on paper. Let's get a guest commentator. And if they're naff, it turns this night into a really long and awful night. And I tell you what, mate, this has flown by. So I think, again, like we say, there's teams you don't want to play against. There's people you want to commentate with. And there you go. You're now in a list now in a list of 2. Just you and Dominic. It's a very exclusive club.
How's it with that? No, it's been a pleasure. I've had more fun than I thought I would. To be fair, it's been very. No.
So I thought it was going to be a real baller, you know.
No, not like that. But like, I've really enjoyed it. And thank you for having me on.
No, absolute pleasure. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. We'll get the camera on. Eh?
Oh yeah. Once we get the camera fixed.
Right then. To be fair, all that's left to do is say, guys and girls at home, thank you very much for tuning in. It was not only a pleasure to call games with one of the legends of the game, Mr. Brad Sheeran, but just to actually watch some pro clubs, because the last 2 nights, the Thursday and Monday, they were painful. We got sidelined, we got benched, we didn't like it. We like being here in the action. So
hell yeah.
I mean, I don't really want to say thanks to EA, but you know, I guess thanks for getting us here today. And you know, if you could just keep it up for the rest of the game cycle, that'd be great. Thanks for you guys at home for watching, and thanks for the 8 teams we had tonight, because I tell you what, Brett, I'm sure you'll agree, we had some absolute bangers without the goal fest. We had some absolute banging games.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, even the first game. I think the first game, even though it was 1-0, that could have easily been 2-2 type of game.
Yeah, totally agree. And more of the same on Thursday, please. That would be fantastic. And Brad, let us know what you're up to, all your future endeavors and whatnot, whether they be in VPG or in the commentary box. Let us know, and maybe we'll get you back on.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to the guest appearances. I'm not sure I can do this every day. You got to be very witty.
Right. Well, from me, thank you very much for tuning in. Brad, it's been an absolute pleasure. And guys, don't forget, every Monday, Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. on the VPG YouTube channel, we have been Pro Clubs Weekly with the special guest appearance, of course. And we will see you in 2 days' time. But if you're still playing, good luck with the rest of the night. And if not, I'll see you on Thursday. Cheerio.